icy Norman, Oklahoma, I think. He's had ice in his veins lately, but he's really from the city that never sleeps, Las Vegas, Nevada. Jalen's here tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Jalen, why don't you go ahead and start with maybe just tell us about being a guy from Las Vegas. What brought you to Norman, Oklahoma, and kind of that process?
Well, when Kruger was recruiting me, he was at UNLV a while back, and I used to go to all their games as a kid. So he was recruiting me. I went on my visit. I absolutely loved it here. And then I went back home. I was looking through some old stuff from like 2010, and there was a poster I found with Kruger and the team on it. I was like, at that point, I kind of knew I needed to go here, to be honest. So I think that was one of the main things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen, many guys left OU after Coach Kruger retired. Did you ever think about entering the portal? And what were your thoughts with conversations like with Coach Moser following his hiring?
Well, yeah, I definitely thought about it. But when he got hired, he actually coached one of my AAU coaches when he was younger, like one of his first jobs, and he called me up. And I was like, he's a great coach to play for. He's a player's coach, and he would trust me to stay here with him. I think that really led and helped like a big impact. And then me and Porter talked. He saw things for me that I can do and that I can improve on to get to the next level. So that's where that really landed. I just felt like it was the best place for me to stay, and I already loved it here. So I move out.
Yeah, we're glad you stayed for sure. What about the difference in styles with coaching styles? I mean, Kruger seemed like a very kind of reserved. I know he probably wasn't always reserved in practice and things, and Moser's kind of to the extreme on the other side. But maybe talk about the adjustment, if there was any, in that situation.
I really wouldn't say there's really any adjustment. They're both great coaches, but Porter, I would say, is just a lot harder on us. Like, he comes to practice every day with the energy level that's just unmatched, and we have to match it. And if we don't, he'll make us match it. And Kruger was more chill, laid back, but he got his point across. But I think they're both great coaches, and I've learned a lot from both of them. So
yeah, just wanted to kind of ask you about your defense and how it is when you're guarding the opposing team's best player pretty much night in, night out. You've guarded Jalen Wilson, who he's kind of a favorite to win National Player of the Year. Then you guard Brandon Miller the other night, who's going to be probably a lottery pick.
yeah.
And you've played pretty good defense on both of them. So just what aspects of your game help you play such high-level defense?
Well, I think a lot of it is just I take a lot of pride in it. Growing up, my dad always taught me defense first, and then your offense will come. So I think that helps me out a lot. But I go into every game thinking every matchup is personal to an extent, because when you play guys like Brandon Miller, who's going to be a top 5 pick, you kind of want to show the world, show the scouts, the country what you can do at the next level. So
which one of the players you think you've defended has been like the most difficult?
Since I've been in college, I think the best player I've played is definitely Cade from OSU, my sophomore year. I'll give it to him. I feel like I was playing great defense, but he was just a great player. So
yeah, and then what about like teammates in practice? Which one of them do you think is most difficult to guard?
I think Austin Reeves, probably. He doesn't seem very fast, but he probably has the quickest first step I've played against. And then guys like Grant has such a good tight like he has control of the ball, and you just won't take it from him. So he's an annoying guy to play against, because he'll make difficult shots and be like, damn, I did everything I could, and he still made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen, what was the locker room like after the TCU loss? Because whatever it was, it worked out as you were the major factor in arguably the biggest win in program history this past Saturday against Bama.
Well, yeah. Well, we all know that we didn't play well at all. So after the game, me, Tanner, and Grant actually met up and we had to talk and we just had to figure out what was going on and how we can help to fix it since we're the captains and leaders. And it started like right in practice the very next day. We just came out with an intense practice, just knowing that this one right here can make or break our season. We don't want to go on a 4-game losing streak, but we also know that if we win this game, we can go on a 3-4 game winning streak. So I think that was the big thing, just getting back on track and trying to get a big win.
Yeah, Jalen. So, as you know, you guys had a lot of tough, I would say, games in early conference play by 1 or 2 points.
Yep.
And then after, I know the TCU loss compared to the Alabama game was night and day different, really.
Yep.
So, could you talk about the environment and the LNC and the factor the crowd played? Because it maybe is the largest crowd we've had at the LNC since Trae Young's there.
I mean, yeah, definitely since I've been here, that was the best crowd I've seen in a while. I mean, we've had like the Florida game last year. It was a fun crowd, but I would say this game for sure it played a huge factor because every time we went on a run, you could just hear the crowd, and they couldn't get into their plays and sets. I think they were frustrated because they can't hear anything at all. So I just encourage the fans to keep coming back and show up like that every game, no matter the team. Because that just helps us out a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, Jalen, your 3-point percentage has improved a lot, and I just want to know if that's just being in the gym and putting up a lot of shots, or just what would you attest that to?
Well, just this whole summer, I just been in the gym, and at the beginning of the year, my shot wasn't falling, and it was frustrating. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because I was making shots during the summertime and fall. And we got into season, and I just wasn't. But I just stayed in the gym, and conference play hit, and I started knocking down shots. I mean, I think a lot of it's a confidence thing because I've always known that I can shoot it a bit, but I just haven't shot the ball well here, I guess, in my time. And it's just finally paying off. So I think it's a big thing, and just being in the gym every day after practice and before practice.
Jalen, so I just want to talk a little bit about your next game, OSU.
Yep.
You know, we heard your comments after the game in Stillwater when that second half was just, you know, it was just, I think y'all were all surprised by what happened that second half. So just
Yep.
the motivation for this game this Wednesday night and just everything going into that.
Well, them last game, they just play better than us, harder. They got good shots. They got all the loose balls, but we won't let that ever happen again. Just something like that, especially to them because that's little brother to us, and this is a big game, and I just hate playing them, to be honest. So I hate them, OSU, but I just want to beat them. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you did seem really aggressive against Bama, just backing guys down to the basket, using some from maybe the high post area, and using you're really solid with the back to the basket and pass well too. Did Moser talk to you about being more aggressive and driving more, or is that just something that against those matchups it kind of went that way?
Well, Moser definitely talked to me about it. At the end of the day, when me, Grant, and Tanner met, when offense breaks down, we got to make plays happen. Just driving kicks, and if we could score, because sometimes we pass up and open a shot, and we don't get the shot we actually want. It just turns into a rush shot. So if we have a good shot, we're just praising the guys to take it. Or if you have a good move, make the move, and if they rotate, you can dish it off and find guys. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, I'm sure you've kind of not really thought about it because you're focused on this season, but with your extra year of eligibility, do you just been thinking about maybe returning and using that COVID year?
I've definitely thought about it, but at this point, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, hopefully I can make it to the league, and that's the main goal first, but if not, I'd definitely come back here.
Yeah, and then just wanted to ask about the court storm on Saturday. How was that? Like the first court storm you've experienced?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I've never experienced it. I don't think any of the guys have ever experienced it. And they were the number 2 team in the country. That might have been my best win since I've been here. But those fans were amazing, and it was like a huge mosh pit in there. It was hot, but it was definitely worth it and definitely fun.
Yeah, Jalen. So I'm kind of gonna go back to the start. Not much that us fans know about, but could you talk about maybe the foreign tour?
Okay.
We want to know more about that.
Okay. What do you guys want to know about it?
What was the favorite place y'all went?
My favorite place personally was Barcelona and being at the beaches, because I was born in San Jose and I moved to Vegas. So I live pretty close to the beach, and I was always at the pool. So just being able to do that almost every day was so much fun. And then Paris, I love shopping. So being in Paris was definitely fun. Maybe I spent too much money. That's all I can say about that.
And then with that foreign tour, do you think that's kind of how big of a role do you think that's played for like team chemistry or with you guys this season?
Well, yeah. Well, we were on the tour for 10, 11 days with the guys, and I think it played a huge role in like team bonding. I mean, we couldn't really be without each other, and we played card games. We play charades or something like that. Whatever we're bored, just eating with the guys. And I just think we all learned so much about each other that we kind of almost have an unbreakable bond on and off the court now.
Yeah, Jalen, with OU being one of the few Jordan schools, I got to ask you, what's your favorite pair of J's?
Like basketball shoes or?
Yeah.
Okay. I think my favorite ones that we've gotten since I've been here are the CP3s, but they don't make them anymore. So those CP3s are definitely the most comfortable to me. And then the ones we got now, I'd probably say the Westbrooks, the silver ones I've been wearing during the games.
Okay. Hey, tell us a little bit about you outside of basketball and other things. You mentioned shopping and fashion and things like that, but what's Jalen Hill about outside of the game of basketball and everything else?
Well, I mean, I just think I'm a goofy and fun guy to like just hang out with. I love to play video games with my friends from back home. I love shoes. I got a pretty big shoe collection here in my closet, I'd say. Love to shop. I love fashion. I love to bowl. So if anybody ever wants to go bowling, just let me know.
What's your average?
I love to go do that. My best is 223.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I'm not going to come bowl with you then.
Jalen, what's your favorite video game to play?
Of all time, it's probably COD, and then I'd say 2K's up there, and Madden. I don't think that I can really lose in Madden too much, so I'm pretty good at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jalen, you talked about your shoe collection just now. What's your favorite shoe that you have?
Recently, I just bought a pair of Doc Martens, some boots. It's very new to me, so I think as of right now, that's my favorite shoe. But favorite shoe I got, I honestly really don't have a favorite shoe. I just love all of them, to be honest with you.
Doc Martens, man, that's like my time period growing up. Doc Martens used to be the thing, man.
I mean, I think there's some amazing shoes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Outside of you, who would you say has the most style on the team?
I'd either say Grant or Benny.
Benny. Okay.
Yeah, Benny's up there. He's sneaky. He has that foreign style. So
Nice.
Hey, Jalen, do you talk to Austin Reeves much anymore?
Yeah, we still talk every once in a while. I mean, not as much as when he was here, but we still talk every once in a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a few lightning round questions I'm going to ask you, Jalen. These are total random, man. These are probably nothing to do with basketball. But just,
Okay, that's cool with me.
So Avengers or DC?
Avengers, of course.
Avengers, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're from Vegas. Las Vegas Raider fan, yes or no?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I did see
Growing
your
up, we didn't
Instagram,
have a team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, coffee or tea drinker, man?
Tea. Hate coffee. Coffee's nasty.
Tea.
What kind of
Okay.
tea? Is it like the chais or just like sweet tea?
Sweet tea, green tea. I can do all of it.
Oh,
And boba.
nice.
If y'all have ever had boba,
Oh, I don't like boba.
it's pretty good.
Where do you like sweet tea from the most?
Canes. I think they have some of the best sweet tea.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, that was going to lead me to my last question was Chick-fil-A, Slim Chickens, or Raising Cane's, man. Where's the go-to?
I think Canes is the best one. They got the best chicken, and the sauce is good.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't even know if they have a Slim. Do they have a Slim's there in Norman?
Yeah, we got a Slim's in Norman.
Okay.
It was my first time eating it out here though. So
Yeah, Jalen, you know probably better than anyone else that there's no doubt that the Big 12 is the toughest conference
yeah,
in college basketball. Say you're the guy that gets to make the decision come Selection Sunday for March Madness. How many Big 12 teams are you putting in the tourney?
I said you got to put 9, and then once Texas Tech, because Texas Tech's going to start winning some games here, I think they can sneak in too. But just until they start winning some games, we'll say 9.
Yeah.
It's such a deep. Go ahead, Jackson.
Oh no, you go ahead and say your statement.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, it's just such a deep league. I mean, even in the last, you've been there 4 years. This is probably the deepest it's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we got teams like Kansas State. Since I've been here, I don't think they've ever made the tournament. Maybe my freshman year, if we would have kept playing, but COVID happened. But Kansas State, TCU is really good now. Just from top to bottom, this league is an amazing league. I mean, it's probably like the worst Kansas team we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years, and they're still a top 10 team.
Yeah.
So,
True.
What would you say are some factors that make the conference so tough?
I just think all the coaches are great coaches. From Bill Self to Moser to Tang to Scott Drew. I mean, every year it seems like new players are coming in, new players are coming out, and these teams just seem to keep getting better. So I just give a testament to all the coaches, really.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got 2 big games this week. I know we're not looking ahead to West Virginia, but we really appreciate you taking time to join us here tonight, Jalen, and being so cordial. We've been to several games, and you've actually taken pictures with a lot of these guys several times. And just every time we've asked for them, you always take time out of your night, whether we won or lost, to come take pictures with these guys and just sign autographs and things. And we really appreciate it. And again, just being cordial and joining us here, we really appreciate it.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right,
man. Appreciate it.
All right,
Have a good one.
you too. See y'all.